If you've ever driven a car with a manual transmission, you know that between gears, as you're shifting, you have to temporarily take your foot off the accelerator so that you can make that change. Well, energetically, that's exactly where we are right now. Aloha, I'm David. I'm a co-founder of Lemurian Healing and your guide to all things Lemuria. And this is your Lemurian energy update for July 2024. Now, as I said, we're in this transition period as if you're shifting gears. Another analogy, my guides like the car analogy for some reason, but another analogy, another image they gave me is of a roller coaster being dragged to the top of a peak. You know, it's a slow climb, but once you get to the top, there's that brief period where you're no longer ascending and you have yet to start that thrilling downward descent. For some of you, it might feel like that. That might be a more appropriate feeling. But either way, here we are in July, and July is a transition period. It may feel like things have slowed down, but I assure you, things have not slowed down. You've just taken your foot off the gas momentarily, so you're not accelerating like you have been in recent months. It's just this period of change, of transition, as you shift into a new gear. So things are not slowing down. It's just getting you ready for the next big push. And from a Lemurian numerology point of view, this makes perfect sense. July is a 7-month. It's the only 7-month. And 7 in Lemurian numerology is about transition and change. So we have this beautiful window of opportunity here. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why this period is so important right now, leading up to, and this is the big event, August 8th, 2024. That's a significant period energetically. It truly is a portal, and I'll explain about that. So I'm going to explain in a lot of detail about why August 8th is so important this year, and also then what to expect in the following months after August 8th. Okay, here we are in this transition period. There's a huge opportunity here, and it's an opportunity for us to prepare. And as we prepare, it's often helpful to take a look back just in the recent past and just kind of get a perspective on what we've been experiencing, what's been going on in our lives. And in the last several months, I've noticed two big trends. The first is people feel like they are changing rapidly. They look back to 6 months ago and they feel very, very different. The other big trend that I've been seeing is that people are being faced with some of the challenges that have been in their lives for a while. And for a while, I mean usually many years. And so these issues, call them unresolved issues or challenges, are rearing themselves and presenting themselves in a way that maybe is a little bit more intense than in the past. So in a sense, there's two extremes. This kind of wonderful feeling of being a brand new, shiny you, and it's like, oh my goodness, this keeps coming up. I want to let this go. Why does this keep coming up for me? And it might be something related to your health condition, or finances, or a particular relationship, or even deciding at this point in your life what you really want to do next. What do you really want to focus on for this next phase of your life? So these, in a way, are two extremes. Maybe you feel one of those two ways, or maybe you're like me and you're kind of in the middle. Because I look back to the beginning of this year and I think, wow, I am feeling different. I am thinking differently than I did. I'm acting differently. So I do feel like I am rapidly becoming something new. At the same time, there's some issues that have been dogging me for a couple of last few years. And it feels like the merry-go-round or the carousel coming around one more time and say, hey, David, here it is. Do you want to change the way you think about this thing or what? So I think many of us are in between and experiencing both of these. So regardless of where you are on that spectrum, here's what's going on. You are shedding veils. You are like the snake that just continually is shedding its skin. In fact, we're in the process of shedding veils that exist over our conscious awareness. I think I'm going to talk about veils again in the future because it's been quite a few years, but these veils are not something bad. These veils are something that we created so that we could have a human incarnation, a human experience. But these veils give us the illusion of separation from our true selves, from each other, from the infinite wisdom of the universe, from the infinite love of the universe. So these veils give us that illusion of separation. But the process of spiritual awakening and spiritual growth is the process of releasing these veils. So I'm sharing this because it's aware during this transition month, this month of July, as we're preparing for August 8th, the big ba-ba event, it's important, I think, to just be aware of this and to understand what's going on. You are becoming more of who you truly are. You're releasing these veils. You're letting go of old beliefs, old ways of thinking, hopefully. But now we have this opportunity. But first, I want to jump into August 8th, 2024, because this is an 888 event. Now, I know in recent years, anything that happens on the calendar or in astrology, everything these days is a portal. People say, portal this, portal that. And I get it, because there are infinite opportunities to step through a door, cross a threshold into a new level of understanding or awakening or healing. I don't use the term portal very loosely, but I'm telling you, August 8th, 2024 is an 888 event. And in Lemurian numerology, whenever we have something occurring 3 times as a trinity, that triangle, that trinity, is truly a portal of opportunity. Okay? So let me just, again, back up just a minute and give you a little bit more context. This entire year, 2024, is an 8-year. And the big theme, if you've been following me and watching my videos, the big theme this year is about walking between the worlds, living your life simultaneously between the worlds of the physical world and the non-physical world. So between the physical world of human and the non-physical realm of spirit. So that's been a theme for the whole year. And my guide said, this year is the year when you really need to commit to developing and enhancing your relationship with spirit. So that means your guides, your angels, goddesses, ascended masters, all sorts of beings of love and light that have been with you since before you were born. They're with you all day, every day. They're accessible all day, every day. And most of us go through our daily lives, but we don't communicate with them. We don't interact with them like we do with our family and friends and coworkers, etc. But in a sense, these non-physical beings are, in a sense, a little bit more important than your human relations. Yes, human relations are the crucible in which we learn and evolve. But if we want to evolve to where we want to get to, create the kind of lives that we love to live, if you want to become more of who you truly are, your relationship with the non-physical, it's not going to happen unless you really focus and nurture your relationships, especially your relationship with your higher self, because your higher self is your true self. Your higher self sees the big picture of your entire life since before you were born until after you leave this physical plane. Your higher self is that infinite, wise, eternal, loving you. That's who you really are. You've just focused a part of your light temporarily into this beautiful human form so that you could have a human experience and evolve through this third-dimensional physical world. And this brings us back to those veils. Those veils are essential because without those veils and without that illusion of separation, you couldn't be human. You couldn't be doing this. So anyway, that's the theme for the entire year. So we're in an 8-year. And August is an 8-month. And of course, August 8th. So we have a trinity of 8s. The intensity of this concept of living between the worlds simultaneously, the physical world and the non-physical realms. So when we bring those together into August 8th, it is truly creating a powerful portal of opportunity. This is a significant nexus point or pivot point, not only in your own personal evolution, but in the evolution of human consciousness in conjunction with the growth and evolution of Gaia. Because we're all doing this together. It truly is a co-creation. So we have this enormous opportunity on August 8th. And especially for those of us who feel connected with Lemuria. And this brings me to another interesting topic, Lemurian DNA. If you feel connected, like in your heart, you feel some kind of connection with Lemuria, even if you don't exactly know how or why. If you feel that in your heart, I know 2 things I can say for sure about you. The first is that remembering and feeling of connection is not an accident. It's not random. It's not like, oh, that's interesting. No. You're feeling that connection and remembering it for a reason. You came into this lifetime for a reason, and you're remembering that connection for an important reason. The other thing I can tell you about you is that you are carrying Lemurian DNA within you. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail, but when we talk about Lemurian DNA, I'm not talking about physical DNA, the double strands, the double helix that you can see under a microscope or study. That's physical DNA. You have layers of corresponding codes that are associated with that physical DNA, but it's different. In fact, we call it DNA because it's easy, but really these strands or these non-physical codes that you carry within your cellular consciousness, they're not molecules, they're energy, they're information. In Lemuria, the closest word I can come up with in English for this non-physical DNA is your potential. In Lemuria, we just talked about your codes, your potential. So anyway, getting back to 888, this portal is a huge opportunity to really activate and awaken your Lemurian DNA, which contains all sorts of wisdom and knowledge and experiences that you gathered during your lifetimes in Lemuria and brought with you into this lifetime. It's like something you packed and brought with you, and maybe you've tapped into a little bit of it without really being conscious of it, but you have a lot more to share. You have a lot more awakening to do than you've done so far. I mean, we're talking about quantum leaps in being able to express yourself in this physical human world. Things are going to get really different. But this portal, this 888 August 8th portal, is a huge opportunity for us to awaken and activate our Lemurian DNA and truly accelerate becoming more of who we are. Oh, one other thing I want to mention about this, why this 8-8 portal is so significant. Sorry, I kind of lost track there. This is phenomenal because it's a feminine portal. It's a portal of mastery. So if we take the 888, add them up, we get 24. That reduces to a 6. So the vibration of this portal is 6, and in Lemurian numerology, a 6 is about mastery. And my guides have been saying this is a divine feminine portal that leads to mastery. That's one reason it's so significant, because the goddess light is all over this. The goddesses are going to be leading us through this portal and into this new phase of our evolution, which is based in love, based in our heart. So we're going to be using our heart as our new guide and how we feel to get us there, rather than intellectually saying, what are the pros and cons of this? Boring, old school, not relevant anymore. In this new reality that we're creating individually and collectively, It's all about following the heart and being in love. So here's the opportunity. The opportunity is to in this month of July that we prepare, because we have to really commit to our spiritual growth and evolution. And so August 8th is an opportunity to really make a commitment energetically. And oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing a special Lemurian DNA activation ceremony on August 8th. And if you want to get on the invitation list, definitely go down in the link and click it and get on the list so you don't miss the information. But this portal is going to be an opportunity for you to truly commit energetically to your spiritual evolution. And I mean shortcuts, speeding things up, making things easier. And so this month of preparation allows you to kind of assess where you are, where you really want to go, and get ready. So you have the month of July to get ready. So let's talk for a minute about what spiritual growth really is. Well, as you learn and experience in your day-to-day human life, you and your higher self are evolving. Even if you're not conscious of it, you are evolving. Every choice you make, every experience, how you react to that experience, all of that is contributing to your nonstop, ongoing evolution. And for most of us, it was kind of happening for most of our lives without us being conscious of it. But as we started awakening spiritually, we started to make more conscious decisions and say, oh, I'm going to study this. I'm going to try this technique. I'm going to learn what I can learn from this course or this teacher. So we've been making more conscious choices. Well, we've only scratched the surface because we have an opportunity to really embrace it and accelerate it. And I mean, my guides, I'm at a loss for words sometimes because my guides keep reassuring me how much more fun and interesting things are going to become. But you have to embrace it, right? You can't just sit back and say, oh, I'll just wait for Spirit to show me this or show me that. I'm just gonna wait for the burning bush or the big sign, because as things move faster and faster, if you're not totally aligned, and I mean totally aligned with your higher self, minute by minute, day by day, there's a lot of things you're going to miss. So anyway, getting back to this preparation and embracing spiritual growth, one of the biggest things that and I invite you to think about is what beliefs about my own spiritual evolution, my spiritual awakening, what beliefs have I been holding on to that have been holding me back? For example, spiritual growth is hard, it takes a long time. Well, that belief doesn't feel very good. I would much rather be spiritual growth to be fun and easy, which it can be. In fact, it was meant to be fun and easy, but most of us kind of lost the plot. But these are the beliefs that I'd like you to examine, and if they don't serve you, throw them away. Send them out with Monday's trash, whatever you need to do. Start adopting new beliefs so that you're truly prepared physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually for this 888 portal opportunity. Other beliefs I know we've held about spiritual evolution and awakening is, well, as I become more spiritual, my life's going to be dull. It's not going to be fun anymore. I'm just going to be bored. No, the absolute opposite is true. I don't know where we acquired these beliefs, but actually the opposite is true. The more you embrace and accelerate your own spiritual growth, the easier your life becomes, the more fun it becomes, the more opportunities come to you, and you see all sorts of opportunities that you could never see before because you were stuck in that kind of like slow, plodding spiritual growth. This transition period is an opportunity for you to really take stock of where you are and who and what you really want to be and how you want your growth to be from now on, because it can be lightning fast. Your spiritual growth can be instantaneous. It doesn't have to be step by step by step and take years or lifetimes. You can have a fun, in fact, my guides gave me that. Looking forward past August 8th to the rest of the year, things are going to speed up again. There's going to be a lot of speed, a lot of momentum, unprecedented rate of change personally, professionally, globally. A lot of things are going to change very, very quickly. And the more stable and connected you are to your own higher self, the easier this is going to become. But my guides gave me this catchphrase, fast and easy. Keep thinking about fast and easy. Oh, and fun. Fast and easy and fun. Fast and easy and fun. That's becoming my new mantra. Okay, quickly to recap, here we are in this transition period of July. This is an opportunity for you to pause, kind of assess where you've been this year, what's come up for you, and really where you want to go. And I really invite you to prepare energetically for this awesome event that's happening to all of us on August 8th. And again, check the description below, click the link to get on my invitation list, because we're going to do a special Lemurian DNA activation ceremony. Yeah, it'll be fun and it'll be powerful. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, my friend, huge, beautiful changes are on the horizon. Things are going to get faster and more fun, and we can really embrace this period of change. And in embracing it, we can make it easy on ourselves, make it more fun, and enjoy doing this together. I really look forward to staying in touch. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And until next time, I send you my love and light from Lemuria. Aloha.